For me, being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me,
Justin Bieber, the pop star known for hits like Never Say Never, has recently spoken out about a troubling situation at the age of 30. Bieber's name has been linked to allegations surrounding Diddy Combs, who is facing accusations of trafficking and other serious misconduct. Adding to the controversy, footage of Justin following one of Diddy's parties has surfaced.
After Diddy's party.
Shocking footage of Justin Bieber after a Diddy party has emerged.
You have 4 eyes. I have 2 fingers. I have 3 fingers. Is this gonna last forever?
Justin, stop it.
His mouth was stitched up.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
As the controversy deepens, many are looking back at Bieber's teenage years, when his connection to the music mogul appeared innocent. Until now.
Maybe that's the price you pay for the money you came and it. And everybody saw me sick.
I feel funny. Is this real life?
Yes, this is real life.
I feel crazy. The world is spinning around me.
Don't touch your stitches, Justin. Bieber, don't touch your stitches.
What's happening?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
In a classic cryptic move, Justin Bieber took to Instagram to ask his followers, "How can I believe Jesus is with me?" He quickly answered his own question, saying, "Well, for me, Justin, it's just his goodness that keeps convincing me." Referring to himself in the third person, very on brand, has left fans wondering, how does this tie into his past connection with Diddy and the current controversy?
So these videos of Diddy with Justin Bieber when he was only 15 years old are resurfacing, and the one thing that I want to ask is, why was a 40-year-old hanging around with a 15-year-old? Why did no one think that was an issue or a red flag? And also, listen to what he says in this clip.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
This is literally the definition of grooming, and Justin, who was only 15 here, he was new to the industry and definitely very...
It looks like Diddy is asking him if he has a wire. Justin says no. Then Diddy checks to see if he has a wire. Yo, this is some sick shit, man.
think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff of my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Do you think the person that the you of then was on a path of self-destruction?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would have, for sure, 100%. Yeah. It would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive, for sure. It was dark, but I want to definitely tell my story so that if that resonates to anybody, that they can hopefully learn from it.
Well, for me, music comes from somewhere.
Right.
Maybe it comes from this youthful naivety and this desire to escape something. And then you get out there in front of the world, and then it comes from a place of wanting more of it.
Yeah. I mean, just think about how young I was and so impressionable. And you have everybody telling me how awesome I am at all times, and like...
Rewind to Bieber. The timing of Bieber's post has sparked speculation, with sources suggesting he's been grappling with personal struggles ever since news of Diddy's alleged misconduct came to light.
I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come in LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So, every time you come in LA, it's a little dusty, but we'll get the front shot of this.
Man.
Check that out. Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with...
Let's rewind to Bieber's teenage years, a time of swoopy hair, skyrocketing fame, and some questionable industry ties. Back then, his connection with Diddy was framed as a mentor-mentee dynamic. Diddy, the veteran mogul, and Bieber, the young star on the rise. It seemed harmless at the time, but with recent allegations surfacing, that narrative now feels more unsettling, like a tabloid headline that didn't age.
Bieber, stop.
You have 4 eyes. I have 2 fingers. I have 3 fingers. Is this gonna last forever?
Just stop it.
Did you notice he licked his lips when he said once you're 16?
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet. 16.
You're not ready. Slow down. Let's slow down,
Okay.
Justin. Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours. When you get 16, you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Then.
From public appearances to private parties, Bieber was often seen by Diddy's side. A connection that now feels less nostalgic and more unsettling.
Did you see the Justin Bieber interview with this one guy he did where he's crying?
Yes.
I don't know. Did you see that?
He's talking about Haley and he's bawling back because he doesn't want that to happen to her.
This is the one where he says he was living in shame.
If you find this clip and he's interviewing this guy, and the guy, the way he's doing the interview makes him feel very comfortable.
Here we go again. Diddy has just been placed on watch in the New York prison, which has seen multiple deaths in recent years. One through stabbing and numerous through suicide. Some other high-profile prisoners to be kept in there include R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Sam Bankman-Fried. Both prisons are in New York, but the one that Jeffrey Epstein was somehow capable of committing suicide in is in downtown Manhattan, while the one Diddy is in Brooklyn, so about 10 miles apart. And remember, law enforcement believe that this criminal organization that Diddy allegedly was running was too big for him to be doing it alone. So we better not have another Epstein situation before the whole alleged Diddy gang is outed. Last time we wanted to know who was on the island. This time, we want to know who was at the parties, okay?
Fast forward to today, and sources say Bieber is deeply disturbed by the accusations against Diddy, struggling to come to terms with his past connection to him. It's easy to understand why. Imagine being a teenager thrown into an industry where the power dynamics aren't just unbalanced, they're nearly out of control. While Bieber's rise may have seemed glamorous, the reality was probably much messier than it appeared.
People take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, you know? I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Do you realize how important your story is? Every time I have a conversation with someone who's been through this unique type of experience, I'm searching for some kind of truth that can help.
I commend you for going there and asking the tough questions and the things that people don't want to talk about, and they don't want to go there because it's revealing, and I want people to take a look at my story, and hopefully my words can make a difference.
Instead of directly confronting the issue, Bieber has shifted the focus of his social media to a cryptic post about faith. It feels less like an empowering statement and more like a calculated move to distance himself from the controversy without truly addressing it. Leaning on faith is admirable, but when your name is tied to someone facing such serious allegations, people expect more than just a spiritual sound.
According to your lawsuit, you were hired by a security firm to work security at one of the infamous white parties that was thrown by Sean Combs in the Hamptons. What was that experience like?
At first, he was incredibly friendly, very gracious.
So you had a friendly chat, and then according to your lawsuit, at some point later in the night, Sean Combs himself offered you a drink. This didn't come from staff or someone holding a tray of drinks, it came from him directly.
Correct. The first drink started to have some effect on me, and I just thought, wow, these are really strong drinks. It wasn't until the second drink, and it was already too late, that I realized that there was something wrong with the drinks.
What was the worst moment of your teenage years?
My worst moment of my teenage years was probably being locked up. It was scary. It was in Miami. But what people don't know about that story is the police actually were being corrupt. And I know this sounds crazy, but when they clocked me for driving, I was actually going under the speed limit. They said that we were drag racing and all this sort of stuff, and it just wasn't true. So just clarification, I wasn't drinking and driving, all that sort of stuff, you know. So yeah, I don't think I've ever really set the record straight. I think I did a little bit, but yeah, that's the truth.
To be fair, Bieber's silence on the matter isn't entirely unexpected. He's no stranger to controversy or public criticism, having faced everything from egg-throwing incidents to the infamous monkey drama. However, this situation feels different. It's not about his own actions, but his association with someone accused of serious, life-altering misconduct. The stakes are higher now, and so are the expectations.
So the lawyers have got in touch, and they've asked me to stop sharing any more videos, so this might be it. But basically, in the top we have Justin Bieber with his shirt off, and we have him surrounded by Diddy and a bunch of other black men. If you're familiar with the white couch experience, normally you have one individual who's undressed and everyone else is dressed. Top right, what we have is Diddy showing Justin Bieber when he was a kid, "This could be yours" as Lamborghini, yeah? So look at that particular video. To the bottom right, we have Jaden Smith being overly familiar with Justin Bieber. You can look at that for yourself. And I'm about to play you a clip, yeah? This is Diddy talking to Bieber after they haven't been able to hang out for a while. So check this out.
Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
My number.
You have to wait for it to loop. It's about to start again. Listen.
I mean, you good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out.
It's not our fault that Justin Bieber got by Diddy.
It's not our fault that Usher didn't want to get by Diddy anymore. It is not our fault that Usher didn't want to get by Diddy no more.
Yo, son, the nigga wanted to be rich, son.
Listen to me. He turned Justin Bieber into a pocket with the
nigga wanted to be rich.
They put the baby on. Yo, I put the coke in your car. Yeah. I put the coke in your car. That Bieber is wrong. You gotta walk away.
As expected, the internet is digging into every past interaction between Bieber and Diddy. Photos, videos, and interviews from the archives are being resurfaced, painting a picture of a young artist who may have been influenced by powerful figures in ways he couldn't fully grasp back then. While Bieber's fans are quick to defend him, others are raising questions about the dynamics of his early career.
He was watching from some sort of vantage point, and once I was in a helpless position and he was sure that he was in a position of power, then
Bieber's decision to focus on his faith rather than directly addressing the allegations has left many feeling unfulfilled. It seems like a self-preservation tactic, but it also raises important questions about accountability. While he's not responsible for Diddy's actions, his silence on the matter feels like a missed chance to speak out against the culture of exploitation that has long thrived in the industry.
You allege that you were forcibly pushed into an SUV by Sean Combs. That act alone, according to your lawsuit, left you in considerable pain. And then once inside the vehicle, your lawsuit says plaintiff was held down by Combs, who overpowered him while he struggled to escape due to the effects of the drugs in his system. And it goes on to say that he sodomized you.
I was screaming. I was telling him to stop. It was incredibly painful.
He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why are you and 50?
Hey, yo.
Why y'all not?
Hey, yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fifth. He loves me. He loves me.
Do y'all really
can't
have
see
a
it?
beef?
I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't see it.
Y'all can't see that he loves me?
But see,
you really, hold on, you really think that's hate?
Look at here. Look at
Sean Diddy Combs paying $1 million for the killing of rapper Tupac Shakur. According to the court documents, Davis claims Combs paid Eric Von Martin the money.
It's
he
real.
also said that Combs offered to set up a phone call with Terrence Brown.
Holy
the driver
shit.
of the car that rolled up next to Shakur and Suge Knight on September 7th, 1996, near the Strip. Davis says that he was telling on himself and not trying to provide evidence against anyone else. He's accused of orchestrating the plot to kill Shakur. A trial date has been set now for
Holy shit.
Once celebrated as Bieber's dreamlike teenage years are now being looked at through a much darker lens. Whether he'll confront this issue directly or continue posting cryptic reflections remains to be seen. Until then, the public will keep asking questions, and Bieber will likely continue turning to his faith on Instagram.
Song Baby was trying to expose P. Diddy. If you listen to the song in P. Diddy's point of view, oh, don't you know you love me, I know you care, just shout whenever. I said, read it in P. Diddy. I don't want to even put myself in that mindset, man. I'll buy you anything.
No,
buy
there's
you
no way.
anything. Then this part is in Justin Bieber's perspective. And I'm in pieces. You shake me till you wake me from this bad dream.
Just shake me till you wake me from this bad dream.
Cause he's trying to escape Diddy, bro.
Yo.
If you listen to Baby, Baby, Baby Oil, that you all will be mine. He doesn't want them to leave them.
There's no way. That's a stretch.
I know, it's a stretch.
these aren't good people.
And if Usher knew what was going to happen to any of those young children that he took to the Flavor Free call, is he a good guy? Especially considering what happened to him. Especially considering that he sat with fucking Howard Stern, and Howard Stern said, would you send your kids to Puffy's Flavor Camp? And his immediate response was, hell no! So it's good enough for everybody else's kids, but it's not good enough for yours.
All right, Jeff.
He's not good. And the simple fact that Justin Bieber literally made a public statement and said, Usher asked me to do the Super Bowl with him and I turned it down.
Why would he turn it down? Who turns down the Super Bowl?
While his faith may help him navigate personal struggles, it doesn't do much to ease the public's growing unease about his past associations. Should we expect more from Bieber? A direct acknowledgement, perhaps? Or is he right to handle this in his own way and move forward?
I realize with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their club. That pisses them off. What club am I talking about? I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with. You know who they are.
Ice Cube, never one to hold back, shared some powerful thoughts about the gatekeepers, the people who pull the strings behind the scenes, controlling industries and manipulating careers. Cube made it clear he's not part of that club. Even if Diddy is knee-deep in it, Cube pointed out that none of that matters in prison. As he put it, in there, you're on your own, and Diddy might not be ready for that harsh reality.
On the big three for a long time, and you know how they been f***ing with me with that. I done made it, plain, simple, and clear what they've been doing. The NBA been f***ing with us. Now, a lot of people might say, like, well, but Cube, you want to work with the NBA. Really, I don't give a fuck about working with the NBA. What I want them to do, when I say work with us, is to stop working against us.
According to Q, once you're behind bars, it doesn't matter who you were on the outside, the game changes. Having seen it firsthand, he knows that when you're stripped of your usual allies and resources, survival becomes an entirely new challenge. For Diddy, that challenge might be more than he's ready to.
We're now getting a closer look at the mountains of evidence federal investigators collected at the homes of P. Diddy leading up to his indictment. This includes things like guns, ammunition, electronic evidence, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and personal lubricant. To understand all this and how it relates to Diddy's case, we're hearing from former CIA officer and FBI agent Tracy Walder. I'm Sierra Gillespie, and this is Law and Crime News. Major news this week out of New York.
The case against Diddy Combs unfolds, more disturbing details are coming to light. Perhaps the most shocking revelation, however, came from Diddy's own sister, who took the stand in court to reveal a dark secret lurking beneath his lavish.
Been in the city for the past week ahead of these anticipated charges. So Diddy may have had a heads up that these charges were on the way.
During her testimony, she revealed the existence of underground tunnels at Diddy's Los Angeles mansion. Tunnels allegedly connecting his home to other high-profile estates, including the infamous Playboy Mansion and the former home of Michael Jackson.
But it wasn't a complete surprise to the rest of us either. Federal investigators issued search warrants on 2 of Diddy's homes this spring, and that's when experts told us it's not if, but when Diddy will be arrested. We couldn't confirm then that Diddy was the target of the search, but we had a good idea what investigators were looking for: electronic evidence of alleged illegal acts like assault or racketeering. These allegations date back to November of last year, when Cassandra Ventura, known publicly as the singer Cassie.
These tunnels, according to the court documents, weren't just for show. They were designed for discretion, used for secret parties and sinister activities that Diddy has long been accused of orchestrating behind closed doors.
And he was acting like it was nothing. And he seemed to be disconnected from it. But it was abusive beyond belief.
I decided to stop because I felt like I was dying. My security and stuff were coming into the room at night to check my pulse. Like, people don't know how serious it got. Like, it was legit crazy scary. I was waking up in the morning and the first thing I was doing is popping pills and smoking a blunt and starting my day. So it just got scary. I basically said to myself, I'm like, God, if you're real, you get me through this season of stopping these pills and stuff, and if you do, I'll do the rest of the work. And then I did that, and then I was good from there, but I never did the actual work. I got off the pills, but I never went to the root of everything. So then I just
kind of circle back around, which most people do.
Think Justin is just another victim of an exploitative industry, or should he take a stronger stand against the darker sides of his past? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This conversation is far from over.